What happens when the greatest mind of ancient philosophy becomes a personal mentor of one of history's most unstoppable conquerors? Today, we're diving into how Aristotle shaped the mentality, worldview, and leadership of Alexander the Great, and how a philosopher's teachings created a king who didn't just want to rule the world. He wanted to understand it. Before he became the Great, Alexander was a prince of Macedonia, smart, ambitious, and known for being a little intense. His father, King Philip II, needed someone who could guide that fire, and not just a tutor with good manners, someone who could shape a future ruler's entire mindset. So he hired Aristotle. Yes, that Aristotle, the student of Plato, the man who practically invented logic, ethics, biology, political theory, and half the subjects we study in school today. Aristotle didn't teach Alexander in a classroom. He taught him in the open air, surrounded by nature, maps, plants, and animals. Imagine being taught political theory while walking through gardens, or learning ethics with the guy who literally wrote the book on ethics. What was Aristotle trying to teach him? 1. Observation over assumption. Aristotle believed knowledge starts with careful observation. This shaped Alexander's curiosity. Everywhere he went, he collected plants, animals, and cultural knowledge. He didn't just conquer, he studied the world. 2. The pursuit of virtue. Aristotle's ethics emphasized moderation and rational decision-making. Alexander's self-control, discipline, and ability to plan long-term, not accidents. 3. Politics as the art of leadership. Aristotle taught that good rulers blend strength with wisdom, knowing when to be firm and when to listen. This would become key to Alexander's leadership style. So how did Aristotle's teachings actually show up in Alexander's adult life? Let's break down the 4 biggest influences. 1. Curiosity without borders. Alexander wasn't driven by power alone. Unlike other conquerors, he wanted to explore the unknown, India, Persia, the edges of the world. This came straight from Aristotle, who believed humans are defined by their desire to know. 2. Respect for other cultures. Alexander famously adopted foreign customs, dressed in Persian clothes, and encouraged cultural mixing. Why? Because Aristotle had taught him to understand people, not just rule them. 3. Rational military strategy. Aristotle's logical thinking influenced Alexander's ability to analyze terrain, anticipate opponents, and use creative tactics. He fought like a philosopher, always planning several steps ahead. 4. The quest for immortality through achievement. Aristotle taught the idea of eudaimonia, living a life of excellence. Alexander interpreted this as creating a legacy so massive it could never be forgotten. Now, here's the twist. Alexander didn't follow Aristotle blindly. Aristotle believed Greeks were superior to non-Greeks. Alexander disagreed. He treated Persian, Egyptians, and Indians as valuable parts of his empire. So while he absorbed Aristotle's methods of thinking, observation, and leadership, he challenged some of Aristotle's biases. That's what made Alexander unique. He didn't just learn philosophy. He applied it and then evolved beyond it. At its core, the relationship between Aristotle and Alexander shows us something powerful. A great mentor doesn't create a copy. A great mentor creates someone who can surpass them. Aristotle gave Alexander the tools to think clearly, the curiosity to explore, the ethics to lead, and the discipline to pursue greatness. Alexander used those tools not to become a philosopher, but to become a world-changing leader. Whether you see Alexander as a visionary or a conqueror, one thing is clear. Behind his mentality stood a philosopher who shaped the very foundation of his worldview. If you want more deep-dive videos into the hidden philosophies behind history's most influential figures, hit subscribe, leave a like, and let me know in the comments which thinker or leader I should explore next. Thanks for watching, and keep thinking.